For the past 3 seasons, the New Orleans Saints have gone 7-9, and obviously that's not something that you want to see as a Saints fan, especially when Drew Brees isn't getting any younger. However, this season has looked far different. The New Orleans Saints have greatly improved on the defensive side of the ball and have improved their running game, and it looks as if that's a formula for success. Now, in the NFL.com article by Bucky Brooks, he says there's some comparisons from the 2017 team to the 2009 Super Bowl champion team. And that's definitely a big deal right there. And could it be jumping the gun? Quite possibly. However, he does make a good point in the sense that this is the reason why they have success, is because you got to play aggressively with the defense with the New Orleans Saints. To be honest, the Saints, when they were in 2009, extremely aggressive, and you could say that the fact that they had Bounty Scanner, they were overly aggressive. But that definitely did bring to their success, and when it comes to the teams in the league, some people might not like dirty teams in the league, but the dirty teams in the league win. If the Seahawks, the Patriots, the Steelers of yesteryear, those teams, they play dirty. Same thing with the Denver Broncos. Dirty teams typically win at some point. So when you put that in perspective, the dirtiness of their team doesn't really affect them that much in a negative way. Maybe by their perception from other fans across the league, but when it comes to winning, I mean, are you really going to care what fans say when you're winning games? And right now, the Saints are winning games. And when you look at the New Orleans Saints, obviously, they definitely need a defense to have at least playoff success, and they need to have someone of some good running back play to have some playoff success right here. And you feel as if getting rid of Adrian Peterson would lessen their success, but they've actually done pretty well without Adrian Peterson. And I thought of bringing in Adrian Peterson was an interesting move on their part, simply because he's a bell cow running back. He's a guy that you feed the ball 20 times a game, similar to Ezekiel Elliott. In the New Orleans Saints offense, it's a lot of pass catching by the running backs, which was never really Adrian Peterson. And not only that, he wants the ball 20 times a game. You can't just give him the ball 6 times a game. That's definitely something right there that you can't do. And I think one thing for sure about the New Orleans Saints is when it comes to their offense, I've never been a big fan of the Saints offense. Like, some people like Brees and all that, but I'm not really that much of a Brees guy, because for one reason, he just seems as if he's a dome quarterback. He just is at times. And to be honest, when you're a dome quarterback, your stats go way off from all of that. And I think his legacy is overrated. Not saying he's a bad player, because he's certainly a Hall of Famer, but his legacy is overrated, because, to be honest, I would rather draft the next Ben Roethlisberger than draft the next Drew Brees. At least I want a quarterback that I can rely on in the final 2 minutes of a Super Bowl, rather than Drew Brees, who's basically just been a stat hound. Not saying that he's been like just playing just for stats and all that. I bet he tries to play to win the game, but really the only thing about really Drew Brees is his stats, and I would personally just take a Ben Roethlisberger over him. But other than that, though, Drew Brees is still a good quarterback in this league. And when you put this in perspective, they still have a good O-line, even with losing Terron Armstead. Terron Armstead, I thought that their season was going to be over from that, because that's a left tackle right there. But since they're in a vertical offense, left tackles are not as important as centers are, and they still got Max Unger, who's a quality player right there. And when it comes to this, the New Orleans Saints and all of this, they look like they have definitely immensely improved from last season. Their defense is better, their run game is better, and they've been winning games. And not only that, I like the little identity switch that they've done. They're not really the same home team that they used to be. They used to be such a dominant home team, but then just a subpar road team, or actually just a crap road team in some seasons. However, they've been a better road team this year, but they haven't been so much of a great home team this year, which is definitely strange. But when you put that in perspective, the New Orleans Saints have definitely improved. Now, are they Super Bowl bound? I think that's definitely debatable right now. It's really, really hard to predict at this part of the year, especially this NFL season, because it seems as if that the NFC and even the AFC, a lot of the teams have switched a lot of power. Like, for instance, the Jaguars looks like they've shown something this season. And not only that, when you look at the NFC, with the Green Bay Packers, with Aaron Rodgers getting injured and all that, that might not be a guaranteed playoff spot right there. So it just seems odd that the Cowboys, some people thought they were going to be really good this year, all that. Personally, myself, not so much, but obviously they're not looking too spectacular either, and the Eagles are the best team right now. So it definitely seems weird. But overall, the reason why the Saints have playoff success, and this is something that Bucky Brooks did really good, and I personally do like Bucky Brooks as an analyst. I do tend to agree with him on certain things here and there. And when it comes to what he says, it's basically running game, defense. That's basically their formula. Just the running game and the defense, just showing that up there. And ideally, the past couple of seasons before 2017, they just didn't have that physicality right there. Just didn't have that. Now that they have that physicality right there, I think that's quite good on their part overall. So what do you guys think? Do you think the Saints are Super Bowl contenders this year? Leave your comments down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.